Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel and to another video. So in today's video, we're going to answer some basic questions that you might have about the Cricut cutting machines. We're going to be actually answering these questions. What does it mean to print, cut, score, write, and draw with your machines? We're also going to be going over some basic terminology such as weeding, transferring, and what all of those things mean. And we're going to be using the Cricut Maker today, but all of these things we talk about in today's video can apply to the Explorer Air 2 and to the Cricut Joy as well. Also want to thank Cricut for sponsoring today's video. We're going to go ahead and jump in and answer some of these questions, and I hope you guys enjoy it and find it helpful. So first we're going to answer the question, what does it actually mean to cut with a Cricut?
This is the Cricut Maker, and this little box in the front holds two housings, one for blades on the right and one for other tools such as writing pens on the left. There's several different blades you can use with the Cricut Maker, such as the rotary blade and knife blade, and all of the machines use the fine point blade for cutting. You can switch out these blades easily depending on which project and material you are using. I'm picking a simple project from Cricut Access just to show you how the cutting feature works. When you click on the image on your canvas, you can see that at the top of the canvas it says Basic Cut, and that means these are cut lines and that is where the machine will cut. Now I'm just sending this project to cut, and I'm placing some material on the cutting mat that comes with this machine. This is just some black adhesive vinyl. Now we're just going to load the mat and hit the flashing go button to start the cut.
Next, we're going to be talking about what does it mean to print with Cricut. And I get this question so much, can you actually print with your Cricut machine? The answer in short is no, you cannot actually print, but this machine does have a print then cut feature in which you send your images to a printer to be printed out first. Then you can place those images in the cutting machine and it will actually cut around your images. You just need a regular everyday printer to do this, no special printer required.
To use print then cut, you will need to select or upload an image that you want to print. If you're uploading an image, you'll want to save it as a print then cut image. Now you can resize or duplicate images to print, and the maximum size for print then cut images right now is 6.75 inches by 9.25 inches, so you'll need to keep your projects under this size. And here you'll be prompted to print your image first. I'm using a regular Canon printer to print. Along with your image, the printer is also going to print out some registration lines that Cricut will use to align itself to cut correctly.
Moving on, what does it mean to score with the Cricut machine? This is the scoring stylus, and I like this most of all because you just pop it into clamp A.
This makes it easy to use along with your cutting blade to create fold lines for projects such as envelopes or craft boxes. You can also use a scoring wheel in the right tool holder, but I like to use the stylus so I don't have to change blades in the middle of a project. Your program will prompt you when you need to install a blade, and you can also change and edit your tools depending on which scoring tool you have.
Next, we're going to be talking about what does it mean to write and or draw with your Cricut cutting machine.
Cricut has a writing and drawing feature which allows you to install Cricut pens and markers in the left side of the housing that can write and draw. You can select several different writing fonts from Cricut's font menu to create cards or handwritten words on projects. You can also find several different images that you can draw, such as mandalas, for coloring or other projects.
Okay, so we have went over what does it mean to print, cut, score, write, and draw with the machine. Now we're going to be talking about some tools and basic terminology that you need to know if you're working with a Cricut cutting machine. First, we want to talk about what does it mean to weed. If you're working with adhesive vinyl or iron-on, then you're definitely going to be doing some weeding.
After you have finished cutting your design, you will need to remove the extra vinyl or heat transfer from around your project. Some tools I like to use for this is the Cricut True Control knife for cutting scrap pieces away that you might want to save to use later. Then I always use the weeding tool to remove the rest of the vinyl. It has a tiny little pick on the end that picks up your vinyl and makes it really easy to pull away. Weeding is just removing all those extra bits that you don't need, and it's actually my favorite part of working with vinyl.
And lastly, what does it mean to transfer or use transfer tape? Once you've weeded your image, then you need transfer tape to actually place it onto your surface.
This is Cricut transfer tape. It's a thin, clear adhesive material that allows you to keep your designs intact when placing them onto surfaces. After weeding, just place the transfer over the project. I use the scraper tools to burnish the design onto the back of the tape, then you can remove the backing from the vinyl. And now your project is ready to place on any surface.
For watching this video. I also want to thank Cricut for sponsoring today's video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments and I'll answer those.
If you're not subscribed to my channel, I hope you'll subscribe for more content just like this. I also do DIY and craft projects and home decor. Thank you guys again for watching this video, and I'll see you again in the next one.